At times what you expect and what happens don't match. The faster you accept and adapt to what happened and work towards creating what you believed, that what you expected gets created in a whole new way. Do not do what you cannot continue to deliver. For, remember, the world wants to see a continuity of delivery of set standards. It hurts, it kills, it teaches, it thrills, it is life. Time is too short in this one life to be able to do everything, but it definitely is long enough at least to be able to develop the will to do anything and everything. Nothing comes home, you have to get out and get it. The challenge of life is regretless decision making, relentless pursuit of vision with faith, forgiving others, enduring pain with a smile, and achieving goals with an extra mile. Goal of life is patience. Goal of patience is life. Leadership is all about caring, daring and sharing. Caring for people, daring to act fearlessly, and sharing the success with all. Patience pays is true, but the greater truth is that it takes advance payment before it pays you in return. Once you keep aside the emotional side of yours, is when you stop using the phrase "this was a bad phase of life." A focused mind is a result of a little effort to tell your distractions to sleep for a couple of hours while you are at work. All have dreams, live for them. They add meaning to life. The only thing that differentiates us from other beings is the fact that we can dream. Every comforting word is a command from a man of action, while every word of command is commotion from a man of just words. Competitor is one who can steal a few deals, but the pinch of which a visionary never feels. What you were once was also because you were someone else before that. Discovering while doing is natural, but doing immediately after discovering is the attitude of winners. Life is simple by nature. The deeper you try to study, the more you complicate it. Just believe in its simplicity and it shall show you it is far too simple actually. Have a goal to keep the following 5H out of your life: harass, hamper, hurt, harm, hinder. 2. Ensure happiness prevails forever. Let all your life's experiences lead to more writing and encourage more reading. When you practice leadership, the evidence of quality of your leadership is known from the type of leaders that emerge out of your leadership. The two toughest lessons to learn in life are let go and let's go. Follow your heart, and the world shall follow you. Reject it, and it stops beating. Without the desire to be patient, patience doesn't happen. Just like without the desire to grow, life doesn't happen. The glory is always hidden between the lines of the story. When every minute of your day is planned and you are packed for days, you shall soon realize that the pain of past fades, vision of life gets clearer, and all that seemed to poison your life ceases to exist. Love begets glory, work begets story, loved work begets a story of glory. Life is a chain of events executed in a way which is most convenient to you. Your dreams and people you desire to be with and people you have been put up to live with. At times what you expect and what happens don't match. The faster you accept and adapt to what happened and work towards creating what you believed, that what you expected gets created in a whole new way. Reputation is temporary as much as the man owning your reputation is. The challenge of life is regretless decision making, relentless pursuit of vision with faith, forgiving others, enduring pain with a smile, and achieving goals with an extra mile. In meetings philosophy might work, on the field practicality works. Goal of life is patience. Goal of patience is life. Leadership is all about caring, daring and sharing. Caring for people, daring to act fearlessly, and sharing the success with all. Once you keep aside the emotional side of yours, is when you stop using the phrase "this was a bad phase of life." A focused mind is a result of a little effort to tell your distractions to sleep for a couple of hours while you are at work. Some of you may be perfectly happy with mediocrity. Some of you will get nothing but heartbreak. Some of you will be heralded as geniuses and become huge. Of course, all of you think that one describes you, hence the delusion necessary to push on. 4. If a writer is hard up enough, if he's far down enough, down where I have been and am rising from, I am really saying, he can't afford self-doubt. And he can't let other people's opinions, even a father's, keep him from writing. Even in hardship, God's goodness prevails. It's all in the game of mind. The wisdom of life eludes even the best. For those who pass the test, life is a fest while it's forever a battle for the rest. Don't believe negative voices. Listen to the divine instinct of awakened soul. The greatest obsession is I believe in myself. Great achievement requires personal force, determined spirit and self-confidence. You have to conquer every obstacle before you can reach the top of the mountain. You will encounter many challenges in life, but you must never be defeated by the challenges. Forget perfect on the first try. In the face of frustration, your best tool is a few deep breaths and remembering that you can do anything once you've acted. It's hard to stay committed when our heart isn't in it. As water cannot rise higher than its source, so the moral quality in an act can never be higher than the motive that inspires it. For this reason, no act that arises from an evil motive can be good, even though some good may appear to come out of it. Every deed done out of anger or spite, for instance, will be found at last to have been done for the enemy and against the kingdom of God. If you think you are too small to be effective, you have never been in the dark with a mosquito. Things get done only if the data we gather can inform and inspire those in a position to make difference. Things that aren't important, that have nothing to do with winning and losing, don't have to be a rule. Yours is a race whose imagination is limited to its own small appetites. Greed, lust, envy, these are the motivating forces of humankind. What redeems you is that in every man and woman there is a seed that can grow to encompass love, joy and compassion. But this seed is never allowed to prosper in fertile ground. It struggles for life among the rocks of your human soul. He who perseveres like an infant that falls down and keeps getting up, shall eventually find the way. Munhidap Elbay. It makes no sense to compare yourself with others, because there will always be better and worse people than you out there. Each person has his own path to make. You are where you are now. Could you reach for the stars and have everything you want? Realistically, no. You may not win Olympic gold, or be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, but you most definitely have the capacity to make your life as the masterpiece it could really be. The choice is yours. If you accept working for peanuts, don't complain when you're treated like a monkey. I've never considered the possibility of defeat. I've never planned for it. That's the job for those people who plan for such things. My job is to only plan for success, victory. It has my complete focus. Forget yourself, and you may just find what you were made to be and do. A lazy man often lacks the motivation to fight the very thing that has sapped him of his motivation. A man long enough sedated may no longer even realize he's being sedated or want to. Entertainment is often just a cheap way to quench our natural thirst for meaning, by encouraging us to exercise passivity when we ought to act with passion. Meaning is not found in passivity. You must track it down with fervent pursuit and fierce endurance. Meaning must be earned. It always works when you know what you're doing. I've realized that you might have big waves, and you may have small waves, but it never matters because the waves always break. And what if they don't? That just means that you must keep swimming until your wave appears. Having a clear vision and a solid plan for your business is essential, but it's equally important to be flexible and adaptable as circumstances evolve. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support your goals, and stay focused on your long-term vision. Just being on the right track isn't enough to guarantee success. You must keep moving forward and taking action, or you'll get left behind. Clarity gives you the courage to pursue your dreams, and the power to make them a reality. Now is the time to get clear on what you want. It takes courage to break unhealthy habits and replace them with healthier ones. Stick to it and keep moving forward with determination. Leadership is an ongoing journey. Have courage, stay humble, and always strive to be the best version of yourself. Trust in your abilities and don't be afraid to take bold steps forward towards the life you envision. With every step you take, you'll discover a new level of strength and resilience within yourself. One small act of influence can have a ripple effect beyond what could ever have been imagined. Use its power wisely. Your courage will lead you to places where your comfort zone cannot take you. Focus beyond the finish line. Celebrate incremental progress along the way for sustained motivation. Small wins lead to a big mindset shift from I can't to I can. Celebrate them all. Don't wait for opportunities to come knocking on your door. Create your own and make things happen. Leadership is not just about achieving success for yourself. It's about helping others achieve success as well. Make time to reflect on the impact that your habits have on yourself and others, then adjust accordingly when needed. Have the courage to take risks, because if you don't, you'll never know what lies beyond your comfort zone. Your past does not define your future. Learn from your mistakes, let go of what no longer serves you, and create a brighter tomorrow. Keep your vision clear, stay committed to your beliefs, and always lead with integrity. The rest will fall into place. True leadership is not about commanding authority, it's about earning respect. Integrity must always be seen in action and never in question. Consistency, not gurus. Discipline, not motivation. Action, not information, is the key. Not giving up is like continuous practice. Why you get better in the end. For you to be propelled to greater heights in life, there are some things you don't learn in school, like learning not to quit. All goals or motivations fit within two categories: approach or avoid. For instance, going to work because you don't want to lose your house is an avoidance-driven goal. Going to work to get a promotion is more approach motivated. Your reason or goal, whether positive or negative, approach or avoidance motivated, is the driver of your thoughts, energy, and actions. In all instances, humans act as we do based on the future we see for ourselves. That may be a future we're trying to avoid, or a future we're trying to create. Your moments of great risk are not yours alone. The decisions you make in those moments are of great import to a great many people. People of great import to you. Courage is simply the commitment to do the right thing even when it is difficult. You are not only special, but you are unique. An honest life starts with an honest assessment of self. You are neither worthless nor preeminent, but somewhere in between. Success and failure are derived not from anything you possess, but rather by the things you do. Your successes and failures rest on your actions and your actions alone. There is never the potential for success without a corresponding potential for failure. You should neither attempt to justify a bad risk because it turned out well, nor regret too much a good risk that turned out badly. Perhaps the only thing we might legitimately lament in an old man's death would be his failure to have used his time well. The great lie of youth, that it will last. The young never fully appreciate what they mean to the old until they are old. You may treat the past and future as realities, but they are only realities in your memory and imagination. Only the present exists. With each passing moment, an infinity of potentialities become just one reality, your life narrowing with each tick of the clock. Life is hard because it cannot last. Because it must not last. Its very definition is that which lies tenuously between non-existence and non-existence. You exist to be cared for only to a point, and with a purpose. That one day you might care for others. All fame is being known by people you don't know. And what's so great about that? No one appreciates anonymity as much as those who have lost it. And you only get to lose it once. Why do we so desire fame? Because we desire to matter. Wealth and fame may be consequences of success, but they are not success itself. You want to be great. Great. Why? Whatever you find yourself doing at any moment is the most important thing in the world to you at that moment. Easy things do not call us to great action, because they are too easy to require great action. Don't fear high expectations, embrace them. Choose to do hard things. Learn to mock your influence on the world or wait for the world to do it for you. You won't have to wait long. To be called is to be drawn by something outside yourself, something bigger than yourself. You may not have the power to do anything or everything you would like, but you do have the power to do something. You can't conjure up moments of clarity at will, but you can make a habit of quieting yourself and giving them the opportunity to occur. An essential part of figuring out who you are is taking your eyes off yourself and seeing everything that is not you. Categorizing yourself by either your victimization or your privilege fails to give any clarity to life's fundamental question. What are you going to do with it? Wallowing in victimhood only demeans and paralyzes you. Don't do it. Redeem it instead. Transcend it instead. A woman in labor never asks, "Why me?" because she knows both the cause of her suffering and its effect, and that sense of reason and purpose gives her the capacity to endure it. What right do I have to the blessings I've received? None. They are not a right, they are a gift. Imagine living your life so indelibly that others remember your smile long after they've forgotten your name. We can allow life's tragedies to make us bitter and resentful, or we can see them as tests of our character and humility, allowing them to make us ever thankful, not only for life, but for this very life, for my life and your life. Each of us has only one life, unique from every other, and we all have reason to ask, why me? Not in bitterness or despair, but in awe and gratitude. A goal is not the same thing as a wish. A goal is something you work toward. A wish is something you hope will happen to you. Life owes you nothing. It is a gift given without promises. Wisdom is found in nature only by mining a lot of rock. Nothing good ever comes easy. What discouraged me most from the goals of my youth were not my failures, but my successes, that they proved so hollow. You are granted opportunity through no effort of your own, and that you therefore do not deserve, that has been granted to only a tiny fraction of those who have ever lived. Worthy goals are always hard. Injustice, like pain, is a birthright we all receive with admission into this life. A firm, inescapable reality. Goals are, by definition, linked to sacrifices. A goal is a focus, and one cannot have a focus without excluding that which is outside that focus. None of us too much mind injustice, so long as it is in our favor. Your life is one giant, continuous sacrifice being poured out on the altar of your choosing. Moment by moment and day by day, you've been sacrificing your life for your entire life, and you will continue to do so until you have no more life left to sacrifice. Your only choice is what you sacrifice it to. If you wish to leave a legacy, the things you do cannot matter only to you. A legacy, by definition, must matter to others, because a legacy is something you leave behind. You won't be here anymore to think it's important. Your legacy is not simply a matter of what you do. but a matter of who you do it for. Time spent under a burden is often time well spent. When the storm rages in the dark night, a voice on the wind will ask, "Who are you?" And the quality and depth of your answer will determine whether you stand firm or flounder. Unspoken lessons are easily missed or misunderstood, and help unoffered is its own imposition. Anxiety and depression are your friends. They tell you there is something undone that must be done, something you must do. They demand action. It is only when you can admit you may be wrong and are willing to grapple with uncomfortable ideas that you stand to grow. When answering life's big questions, it doesn't even matter what you say your answers are. What matters is what you do. Your identity is formed in part by your past, but only in part, and not the most important part. Your past is merely a starting point. When you don't know who you are, do something that seems worth doing, and keep doing that until you figure out who you are, or at least who you would like to be. Discipline your mind to think positively, to see the good in every situation, and look on the best side of every event. Surround yourself with positive people who believe in your dreams, encourage your ideas, support your ambitions, and bring out the best in you.